Hi guys, welcome to a new video. So this time we'll take a look on the last replay that I have here prepared for you, which is the last 2v2 that I played with Urakaar, and this time we'll actually take a look on a game that was played on the No Man's Land map, which was also part of the map pool in a 2v2 showdown we played, but I don't think it was actually played a single time. I think it was only banned one by person or something, but it was probably just not picked too much, so at least you'll see it here. I'm not sure what was happening here. Seems like maybe Urakaar accidentally attack moved his stronghold and took 7 damage, but it's fine. We are in the game. As you can see, I'm playing Fallen again. He's playing Beast, as we did in the last game, and once again we have Suwak and MaCrOzerg against us, both playing Empire as in the first game. So this is a little bit harder map in terms of defense, because as you can see the entrance is really big. You don't have just one small entrance that you can block with 2 buildings. But this is actually favorable for Fallen, because it's already pretty difficult to close a base with Fallen. Because of the unholy ground, you cannot build all the way to the edge of the buildable space. So the only way you can actually close something is building buildings next to each other, because between them you cannot walk, and then on the edge you just need to place your control form. So when there is open space like this, you basically don't have the disadvantage of not being able to close the base. As you can see, Urakaar is trying to close it here in the front, which you can do, but you still need more buildings for it. The problem I have with this is that this map actually has the second entrance through here, where they can just freely come to your town and attack you from the back. I'm not even sure what Suwak was doing here. He was defending against his own ally, or he was expecting attack from here. But if he wants to close both paths, that's also possible, but it's definitely gonna take some time. I was just building in my town, leaving it a little bit more open, just so I can maneuver between the buildings, but nothing too crazy. As you can see, MaCrOzerg is doing the most obvious thing you can do. Just close your base as small as possible, build a wall like this, place a tower behind it, and that will usually work the best. The map is pretty decent in size, so you have the pretty good chance of getting an expansion. But when you are playing a 2v2 with really top players, I wouldn't really suggest it. Even though you can of course go for expansion on the surface, I think that's a little bit safer, but you can also do the one in the underground first. But we didn't go for that in this game. I think, yeah, I scouted this area, so I see that I don't see anything. Yeah, they don't have expansions. I will also check the surface, of course. As you can see, Suwak is doing the same with his peasant. He could be potentially tower rushing me here. There is no way I would be able to scout this if he started building like here, but it would take him some time before he would even start shooting something. Maybe Urakaar would already have some trolls pretty soon. So I don't think he'll go for that. He'll probably rather go for scouting, and he would invest a ton of resources into that. Then maybe I would be able to push him just with stingers, so he can't really do that. As you can see, Urakaar already closed this, so he's pretty fine. Obviously still there is the danger from the middle path, and now Suwak finally started closing this side of the map as well, after building the 2 barracks here, which also I still don't think was the right move, but okay. Of course I have a scout here. I don't have one on the surface yet, but Urakaar is actually pushing here on MaCrOzerg, so we'll see what will come out of that. He's going for 11th century, so either just a Phoenix scout or he wants to make Valkyries. I don't know why he's building it so much in the front, unprotected by the tower. He should have protected his tower and the 11th century by the tower by building it here, but okay, maybe he has some different plan there. Right now I have scouts on both surface expansion options, while also having one scout here. Yeah, this one is probably running between the surfaces. I think Suwak didn't see my army for a while because I retreated, so maybe they were expecting both of us to attack on MaCrOzerg. That is why he was running down a little bit for a while, but then he decided to run back into his town. Urakaar just checked this. He's bringing all of his Borons with his army, which I'm not sure if this is the best idea. They could have made some pikemen, but they didn't, so he's probably fine. And once he gets some witches, he'll definitely have a pretty decent army. Of course, there is the tower, so he can't really push this. He sees the 11th century, but they don't have Valkyrie beacon. He actually went for Dryad, so probably wants to place some flowers for scouting instead of getting a Phoenix. And he's making a gnome workshop, so there will be some catapults really soon. And with these towers, where there will be catapults, it will be basically unconquerable without some huge army of trolls. So I don't think we can really push MaCrOzerg once he MaCrOzerg once he finishes this. But Urakaar actually started pushing him from this side, outside of the range of the tower, getting some free damage. Unfortunately, his Boron got enchanted, so he's going to lose it. But at least he's slowing down the peasants here. Suwak was actually able to get here with all of his swordsmen. So now Urakaar is 1v2. Unfortunately, I was a little bit behind, not really in the Suwak's town yet. But he has a scout there, so he will see my army and he will probably retreat from here, which will allow Urakaar to come back to a 1v1, hopefully. But he's definitely losing some Borons here. He won't have population for a while after this fight. But as you can see, Suwak is just losing a ton of time here. I don't know what he was doing. He definitely should respect this. He can't be ignoring my attack. He will just lose a ton of buildings there. Instead of that, he's just trying to finish all the units of Urakaar. Urakaar actually sending some goblin hunters here, but it's okay. He'll just escape with them. Now, MaCrOzerg doesn't really have any units. Suwak has really injured army. I was pinging here because I was expecting an expansion there, but MaCrOzerg was under so much pressure that he didn't even have resources for anything anymore. I don't know what Suwak was doing here. Maybe he went for expansion, then changed his mind, but he definitely lost some time here. And now they don't have basically any defense. As you can see, I'm saving up my mana. I turned off my Frost Shield autocast. I'm just waiting for their units. As you can see, both of them are running here. They also have Aura on this swordsman, which is pretty healthy. And they are all getting one extra armor, which is maybe not that much on first sight. But you have to keep in mind that it's actually pretty strong. You have it all the time. And on all of these swordsmen, of course, it's not as strong as my Frost Shields, but those will just disappear after some time. And also, I can't cast them on all units at once, because the mana is limited. But of course, when I have the Frost Shields up like this, they need to be running away, because they would be just losing value for no reason. So they are doing it right here. Maybe I should have kept pushing here. I have a ton of units. Maybe I don't have Nail Scourge upgrade yet. Yeah, I'm finishing it here for extra movement speed. So maybe I wanted to get that first. Now I'm getting some extra matriarchs. At the same time, Urakaar is remaking his army. He didn't leave an entrance here, so he can't even come with trolls. He can't even come with small units, I think. So he needs to spawn everything on this side. But he has a ton of units already. Kinda forcing MaCrOzerg to stay in his home. Suwak the same. I still have the scouts here, so we know that they don't have expansions. The only unscouted area is this, but Urakaar has that under control. Yeah, he's going here all the time, so there is no way MaCrOzerg will expand there. So we are pretty confident they don't have expansions. We are both investing into maximum units pressure. Yeah, no expansions from us. And as you can see, I have pretty decent army. Ton of Hive Stingers. This is really good. Yeah, so I'll just check this, even though I have a scout there. Maybe it's out of range. I should have just moved the Stinger, but okay. He still has only swordsman. He has definitely no chance against this if I use my Frost Shields. Obviously he has some towers, but I can just keep destroying the barracks. Yeah, another disadvantage of building these barracks in such a bad position. So right now I can easily keep pushing this, so MaCrOzerg of course has to come there, but at the same time Urakaar is reacting to that, trying to pressure MaCrOzerg here, even though there is actually two catapults. He should be able to make some pressure happen there. Of course, they are trying to push me together, which is smart. Also, I don't have any mana right now, so I won't have any Frost Shields. But I still have so many more units that maybe I would be able to destroy this, even without Frost Shields. We will see if I will go for that. But I have a ton of priests. I don't think I have mana depletion yet. But I'm trying to keep them both occupied here. At the same time, Urakaar is trying to push something. He killed 2 catapults. There is one new one. He should definitely destroy that, but it's protected by the tower, so it's a little bit harder. Maybe he won't be able to push that, but MaCrOzerg actually decided to retreat, and that of course gives me the option to start pushing hard into Suwak's town. They still don't know if we have expansions or not. Now I could just build one, and I wouldn't even lose too much momentum. But 2 towers are pretty nasty when you have no siege units. I should definitely just focus them with my nightmares. Right now I'm just losing ton of Hive-Stingers for nothing. But the main thing is that I'm pushing here. MaCrOzerg needed to retreat because he was getting heavily pressured by Urakaar. And as you can see, I used the time to push this. Of course, Suwak is still doing pretty good job. He's keeping his towers healthy, he's repairing them. He killed basically all of my Hive-Stingers, and I had like 20 of them. But I can still easily push this. Yeah, I have ton of nightmares, I have skeletons, I have frost shields, I have matriarchs, and I'm producing still new units. And if I'll micromanage this well, I can easily one-shot swordsmen like this, just snipe them out, and this should be pretty easy. Also, he's not getting new resources most of the time. His home workshop was on the wrong side of his base, so his catapult got instantly killed. If it spawned back in here, near the tower, it was protected by the swordsman, he could actually still do some serious damage to me, but if it spawned in the middle of my army, it was of course a really free kill. And right now it's just about finishing him. So even though MaCrOzerg was actually able to repel Urakaar here, it doesn't really matter anymore, because I will just pressure this. I still have the scouts everywhere, so I know that they don't have any other bases. Suwak actually went for push in the end. Maybe tried to destroy my economy before I can finish all of his buildings. But, I mean, he wouldn't even do too much damage there. And I will finish these buildings really quickly. Of course, matriarchs cannot take the buildings because they have harm damage. But I can just easily destroy it with the rest of my army, and he will probably turn grey before he can even kill anything. And as you can see, yeah, MaCrOzerg is pushing Urakaar back. He definitely killed basically all of his units. And Urakaar doesn't have expansion, so right now Urakaar doesn't have basically anything. But MaCrOzerg probably doesn't want to play this 1v2 anyways, so he decided to leave. And since this is fully closed, he started building totems already. He would probably still be able to repel that. But of course, if it was just a 1v1 in the end, maybe MaCrOzerg would be able to win this, because maybe he had some catapults and Urakaar literally has 0 units right now. But obviously I still had full army, so this was really easy. Yeah, I mean, you can see the population, yeah, Urakaar is basically only on 20, same as Suwak. MaCrOzerg still had like 60, but I still had a ton of resources, and I could easily build some expansions now, so obviously he decided to leave after losing his ally. But yeah, 15 minutes, totally average game. I actually got the least amount of kills here. I of course sacrificed a ton of Hive-Stingers there to push the Suwak's town, but I was not really caring about the amounts of units I was losing there. And Urakaar also got some really good kills there. Then we have the buildings. Actually, you can see the experience here, definitely. MaCrOzerg was getting some auras on his swordsman there, which was really helping him. And then we have researches, of course, nailed scourge, maybe 1 damage upgrade, maybe even grasp, or I got an incubator, I don't know. Then we have buildings destroyed, lost. Yes, you can see MaCrOzerg closed 1 buildings. And we didn't destroy it because I have 16 kills or destroys. Suwak lost 16 buildings, and this is 1 extra, so he probably lost it somehow else. Either one-shotted it with his catapult or just had to destroy it manually with his units. Not sure what happened there, but okay, interesting. And then we have the resources. Obviously I was slowing down Suwak by a lot in the end, so he got a little bit less resources. Outside of that, pretty similar. MaCrOzerg also probably a little bit slowed down. Then a little bit of a difference between me and Urakaar, but it was probably just the efficiency. Nothing too crazy, I like 300 it. But yeah, nice game. So this was the last replay that I had prepared for you in the series, which means we are ending this series. Sorry for those Discord sounds in the end. Yeah, so this was the last video. We had of course ton of 1v1 replays, now 2v2. I hope you learned something from that. It was a ton of different players playing with me and against me. I was trying to show different strategies with all the races. If you have any more questions or you want to discuss something a little bit more in detail or want me to make another video for something specific, you can ask me in the comments or on Discord server. I will try to provide it for you, or we can discuss it on streams or something. But I think this should give you the baseline you need. So yeah, thanks for watching and see you in some next video. Take care, guys.